Hey Eric,
John, welcome.
how you doing tonight?
I am a little early this evening. I haven't even had dinner yet.
Uh, well, I haven't had dinner either. So,
That's a little bit harder
yeah,
for you than me right now.
yeah, I'm kind of looking out in at New York here. So, I actually am thinking that after we're done recording, I'm going to run out. There's a little pizza place right across the street if they're still open, which I'm going to cross my fingers
It's New
that they are
York. They'll
open.
still be open.
Right? They should be. They
Yeah.
should be. I'm like I said, cross
If
my
not, I
fingers.
will be disappointed in New York. And it's good pizza too,
You
I'm
have
sure.
disappointed me, New York. Yeah, no. Um, but we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Yep, just here for a few days this week, and time wise, that means it's almost 9:30 my time, but that's only 6:30 your time.
Yes. So
Yeah, we can do math. I can do math.
I I thank you for not including me in simple addition.
Sorry,
Uh, but you're you're
didn't
probably
didn't want
not
didn't want
wrong.
didn't want to throw you under the bus there or anything like that.
Uh, uh, Time is one of my pet peeves, so and always has
I
been.
I
So,
am aware. I am aware.
anyways,
Yeah.
so I don't remember what I did this last weekend. I think we're really kind of in the thick of the wedding planning. I have both my girls are graduating, so next a week from today, I will be in a vehicle headed towards Utah to
Okay.
go see them graduate, and it'll be fun because
Big few weeks.
yeah, their grandfather is an alumni and used to be on the board at the university they're at, and so he will be actually handing them their diplomas.
Oh,
So
how exciting is
it'll be
that?
kind of fun for to get your diploma and a hug from grandpa first. So
That's awesome.
they're a little bit excited about that. Other than that, we I think we went out shopping. We got a couple new lamps and
Yay.
some side tables for the ex children's room guest bedroom because
Oh,
we're
redecorating.
we're going to be having some company here soon for a reception. So it's it's like one of those things that's been on the to-do list for a long time, and now
Yeah.
there's a forcing function. So it is getting to done.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Okay. That's good.
Yeah.
Move that into the right column.
Yes.
Check. Okay. That's awesome.
How about you?
Um, I did it like I'm just trying desperately to stay ahead of sort of the outside stuff at the moment, but I'll tell you, I had one weird thing that happened last week. I wasn't quite sure how to handle it, but I ordered, literally they were for like hose valves, I guess you'd say. You put them on the end of the hose and then they've got a little lever to turn it on or off, right?
Oh, okay.
At the end of the hose. And I had bought some like a week or two ago and I was like, "Oh, those are good." But I put them on and I was like, "Ah, man, I think I should I'm just going to get another pair cuz I want I want another one." But yeah. Like the Amazon bag came and I didn't even think about it. I ripped the top of the bag open before realizing this bag is really light. It was literally empty.
The bag was empty.
Well, there was an empty box inside the bag
Oh
uh, from
no.
from Amazon, and I was like, it would have been better if I had like had it. I feel like it would have been better if I had had it. I mean, Amazon, like we spend enough money
Yeah.
with them. I presume that I'm on there. Yeah, whatever, dude. We'll comp you $16 or refund
Right.
you $16.
Yeah, yeah.
But
Until you
I
do it
was
a
like,
lot, yeah.
yeah, I guess. But I mean, there's been a couple of returns where I was like, dude, this is not my fault. Anyway, like the only Amazon repair reason they had on the automated system was missing parts,
Uh-huh.
or you could put in the text what part was missing. There's
The
only
entire
one
thing?
part. Yeah, exactly. I was like, there's only one part here. Like everything. I mean, technically, I guess they have the little washers on the inside of the.
Yeah.
Anyway, net. I mean, the gal at Whole Foods didn't care. One like
Of
right,
course
I
not.
walked up to her. I'm like, she's like, "Is everything here?" I'm like, "No, there's nothing there because like."
It
But I handed her
arrived
the,
empty.
yeah, and I said, but the only thing I did was I said I flagged it as missing part, the whole thing. And so we'll see. I don't know. Amazon hasn't contacted me, but presumably,
Hmm.
in fact, I think I got a note or a message today that the replacements had arrived. Because of course I'm like, yeah, just send me a replacement. Um, but and oh, actually, I'm sorry. No, those replacements actually came Sunday before I left because I remember taking them out to the greenhouse and going like, oh yeah, all right,
Ah.
there you go.
Uh-huh.
But yeah,
Okay.
my bees will be arriving on May 2nd as well.
Okay.
I did
That's
get I
three
did
three new nukes. Is that
three
right?
new nukes. That is correct.
Now, and are these the local one? No, these are the ones from Hawaii.
Yeah, the queens are from
Okay,
Hawaii.
it's next year that I'm gonna try a local guy.
Maybe. Yeah.
Maybe.
I don't even know if I can get them, but I'm
Okay.
gonna ask. I'm gonna ask him if I
Okay.
he wasn't at the last monthly bee meeting that I was at. So
Okay.
if he's at one of the future ones, which I'm sure he will be,
Okay.
I'm figuring I will give that a shot. And I don't know, maybe if he has an extra one this spring, I'll try this spring. Who knows?
Hmm.
I've got enough equipment. my my shop is full of empty bee boxes at
I
the moment.
I I'm gonna go. I know there's at least 8.
Exactly right. Hey, well done.
Okay.
Yeah, I went. Well, yeah. It also rots, so like
Oh,
it's not a one and done. So
it's not a complete
I,
8.
I'm definitely there's a life cycle there.
Yeah.
Um, but
Okay.
anyway, yeah. We'll see.
Hmm.
I'll keep you posted.
All right.
Keep you posted. Yeah. Well, if you hear a siren today, I'm really sorry. At least about an hour ago, whatever loud music slash game show something they were doing out in the middle of the hotel stopped. I was like, okay,
Music/game show.
I don't know. It was loud.
Are you like right downtown Manhattan?
I'm literally looking out my window at Times Square. Yeah,
Oh wow. Okay.
yeah. Like if I were to turn my camera here just a little bit, you would see very bright, flashy lights.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Swanky. Fun stuff.
I guess.
Well, I guess since we're both
How about
probably kind of
that?
hungry,
Yeah. Topic me.
so this one is like we always tell people always download apps from the official App Store, like Google Play, iOS App Store. That's how you can stay safe. Uh, Apparently, that advice failed about 50 people to the tune of $9.5 million. Somehow, a fake crypto app
What?
got past Apple's security filters and sat on the App Store for weeks and drained the life savings of folks who trusted it. So I think we've talked about this before. Ledger, it's a hardware wallet. A malicious
Okay.
app posing as Ledger Live somehow made it onto the official Apple App Store. And because there is no official Ledger Live app for macOS, it's you have to download it directly from Ledger's site. The attackers kind of fill the vacuum because hey, just go to the App Store and get it, right? Well, they used a fake
Right.
developer identity, pushed a whole bunch of updates to make the app look legitimate, and got to version 5. And once a user downloaded the app, it prompted them to enter their secret recovery phrase. And that's the 12 to 24 magic words that is
Uh
the
huh.
air quote keys to the kingdom. And once you hand over your secret keys to the kingdom, your any money you had there is gone. So
Oh,
apparently
so brutal.
roughly 50 victims were hit. They lost a combined $9.5 million. One individual lost several $1 million alone.
I was gonna say that's like an average of 200 grand.
Yeah.
Yowza.
And the stolen funds, of course, now are floating through the mixing services to hide the trail, and
Yeah.
that's the I I I would say it's a major embarrassment for Apple because their whole marketing pitch is it's safe and it's vetted, and the fact that a high stakes financial app could be faked so easily and stay up long enough to steal millions kind of undermines that argument. But then my cynical brain, my horrible brain says, but it's a crypto app. People get you get what you pay for with crypto apps.
Oh my gracious.
I'm a horrible person. But
That's real money.
It is. It's real money, and I'm sure I should not be so glib with someone's life savings. That's horrible. But clearly, the attackers are getting smarter. They're looking for services that don't have official apps in the App Store and try to fill the gap. And then users are going to assume the top result, which may be the only result, is an official one. So
Yeah.
Ledger, the hardware wallet manufacturer, they will tell you that the whole point of a hardware wallet is that the phrase never, ever, ever leaves the physical device. So if any app, even one on the official App Store, asks for your 12 or 24 words, 100% it's a scam. So don't type recovery phrase. You can't just believe the app stores anymore, despite the fact that we've trained people, I think,
Yeah.
the global we, to if it's on the app store, there's some amount of legitimacy to it.
But there's
So
also no threats on the Mac
yes,
or iOS.
that is correct. There are no bugs or threats or bad people. I think false. So there you
Okay,
go.
but
That's my
why even have the recovery words if there's no like you got to be able to the whole purpose is to be able to use them in some situations, but the
yeah.
like I'm sure this was just like, hey, put your recovery passwords in here to save them, make sure they're safe
Yeah, probably something
or
like that.
something.
There it is
Oof.
on the App Store for weeks, and no one noticed until I guess enough people lost enough. I'm gonna guess the person who lost the millions yelled the loudest.
There will be a lawsuit.
I'm sure. And on Apple, that's let's find the pocket change in the couch cushions, and we'll settle this
Maybe. Yeah.
easily. All
Big
right,
news in the Apple world this week with Tim Cook stepping
I saw
down
that too.
or up.
I have not
Yes.
read about the new guy at all, really, but I did see a headline fly by.
I pretty much just read the headline as well. Haven't been much onto the news at the moment, but
Nope.
it's a end of another era,
Mm-hmm. Well, we'll see where the next one takes us, or takes Apple.
and evidently, and I don't even remember his name. That's awful. The new guy is a hardware person,
Uh,
which I guess you would expect from Apple.
mm-hmm. All right.
Okay, the topic I chose tonight is kind of like I don't think it's quite a listicle, but it's close, which is it's the top cyber attacks of 2026 so far, and I was like, ooh, okay, because I mean this kind of came up, and I was like, oh yeah, there's a bunch of stuff here, and a bunch of things, well, at least a couple of things we talked about, and a bunch that we didn't
Mm-hmm.
really talk about, but the so just a few of them here at least. The FBI event in March was when FBI classified an intrusion into its internal surveillance network as a major incident and attributed it to China-linked threat actors. Not a great situation.
Hmm.
The second one was a 0 day on iOS. The
Wait, you
Dark
just said they
Sword.
don't have threats.
Well, exactly. I told you wait for my topic, but yeah, yeah, exactly. There's no threats.
That's all good.
Yeah, I don't remember talking about this, but I feel like I saw it fly by.
Mm-hmm.
So uh, was observed in attacks across Ukraine, Saudi Arabia, Turkey, and Malaysia. Researchers believe it's being sold on an underground market, and estimates suggest between 221 and 270 million iPhones are still running vulnerable iOS versions. Um, it will silently siphon iCloud passwords, iMessages, and cryptocurrency wallet contents. So the let's see, it says the incident coincided with reports that over a billion Android devices remain at risk due to vulnerabilities in common SDKs and Qualcomm graphics chips, which require no user interaction to exploit. So exciting, kinda.
Mm-hmm.
The third one on the list was the Striker incident, which was Iran linked, where basically they got into Active Directory and there was no ransomware or anything like that. They just literally destroyed what they found. We talked about that in episode 431.
Uh-huh.
The fourth one on the list, but it was a couple months ago in January. There was the find of a 96 gigabyte database on the open internet, no password, no encryption, containing 149 million unique login credentials. And this took months to take down.
Mm-hmm.
Just going through various hosting providers. And while they were trying to get it taken down, fresh victim was continuously arriving at the site in real time. And then I think the last one I'll put, there were a number of other ones in here too, was the Adobe 0-day exploit that in a reader that has been actively exploited since at least December of 25. And all you have to do is open a PDF. No additional interaction is required. The statistics for the 26 projection, they're projecting the total cost of cybercrime to surpass $10.5 trillion. These are from Sentinel-1, I think.
So this isn't related to the Adobe attack. This is just
No,
in
no, no, no.
general.
Sorry. In general,
Okay.
just overall, there was a
Okay.
uh,
Yeah, yeah.
reference to a. I'm just confirming that it's a Sentinel-1 article. Yeah. According to Sentinel-1, the stats for 26 paint a grim picture. The global average cost of a data breach is 4.88 million. One ransomware attack every 2 seconds.
Oof.
95% of cloud breaches, so I guess that's a subset, but are due to human error or misconfiguration.
I
And
wonder what the other 5% are.
they're probably maybe sophisticated, but yeah, I mean, at the end of the day,
It's
they're
always
probably
human error
vulnerabilities.
misconfiguration.
No, it's always DNS.
That's the other 5%.
That would have been a good joke if I had thought about that
Uh,
fast enough. Okay, the last stat was that phishing is involved in 42% of all global breaches.
oof.
So, and I remember that Microsoft article. Was that from you last week? I think it talked about spear phishing
Oh,
being
yeah, yeah.
people so much more likely to click on links when they
Mm-hmm.
have they've been personalized.
Yeah.
Absolutely a problem. So let's see. What does it say? If there's a pattern, it's if there's a pattern across 26's biggest cyber incidents, it's this. Many were preventable.
That feels like the same answer every year.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I have 2020 hindsight as well, but and how
Yeah.
many
It's
things
a
how many
little.
things that don't get hit?
Mm-hmm.
So that is what it is. But anyway, there's more in the article, but I
Yep.
thought that was a nice little summary for
Summary
the
for the
year so
year.
far.
Okay.
We're only 3 months in, three and a half months in.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, hit me up. Something fun.
Okay. So this I thought was cool because we had a thunderstorm around here just a little while ago. And I feel
Okay.
like I've heard about this before, but apparently this is the first time it's actually been photographed. So I'll put in a picture.
Oh.
So thunderstorms, rain, wind, lightning bolt. In the forest, researchers from Penn State have spent decades suspecting that this happens, but they finally caught it on camera using a retrofitted 2013 Toyota Sienna and a high-tech UV telescope. So
Huh.
it's a phenomena called corona discharge. So during a storm, right, you know what happens? The clouds become negatively charged, ground becomes positively charged, electricity travels up the trees, and it actually ends up concentrating. So it doesn't just go from the ground to the clouds for the lightning. It That electricity can travel up the trees and concentrates on the tiny sharp tips of some of the leaves. And when the electrical field gets strong enough, it zaps the air molecules around the leaves, causing them to glow. And so it's invisible to the human eye, but through a UV lens, it looks like a bunch of little
What?
bluish violet fireflies dancing. You know those electric balls that you can touch your hands on,
Yeah, 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 yeah.
That's what it looks like. But it's hopping from leaf to leaf across the entire forest canopy. And why this is cool is it's not just a light show, it's a chemical reaction. So the little sparkles break apart water vapor to create, and I got to see if I read this right, hydroxyl radicals is basically detergent in the atmosphere, and it helps scrub the air pollutants like methane.
Oh.
And so if we had UV
That's why
vision,
the air smells so nice after
yeah,
storms, huh?
yeah. And if we had UV vision like birds or John's favorite bees, the thunderstorm would look like a shimmering magical light show instead of just kind of
Oh,
dark
that would be so
with
cool.
flashes every once in a while. So the picture is really kind of cool from the article. So I will make sure that's part of the chapter art. But that's my something fun, a little giant glowing rave party in the forest that we're not invited to.
Okay, that is totally cool. Yeah, unfortunately for the bees, if it was a thunderstorm, they'd probably all be like, tucked in the hive, so they can't see it.
They wouldn't see it anyways. Boring.
But okay, that is a very cool picture. That
All
is a
right.
very cool picture. I like it. I like it. That's awesome. Well, my something fun tonight is James Webb Space Telescope about they believe the most promising theory
Mm.
is they discovered a Jupiter-like exoplanet 12 light years away that where the telescope found evidence pointing to thick, patchy water ice clouds. So this is a heavy Jupiter planet that they did not expect to have,
Water.
this kind of weather. So it says that a lot of exoplanet atmospheric work has focused on hot giants because they're easier to study, but this particular one, so even giant gas planets right next door are more complicated than we thought. So it's the Epsilon Indi AB. It's a super Jupiter, about 7.6 times Jupiter's mass with a similar diameter. So heavy, but I guess still a gas giant. So the MIRI, which I'm sorry I don't remember, was used for direct imaging. That is so cool, direct imaging a planet 12 light years away, rather than transit-based observation. So the team compared data around ammonia-sensitive wavelengths and found less than expected. And that's where the leading explanation is thick but uneven water ice clouds masking the expected ammonia signal. So researchers say the result underscores the need for better atmospheric models that include cloud complexity. Isn't that cool? So
they don't know it's water ice clouds.
nope. I tried to be clear at the beginning. The leading theory.
Okay. That's what they think
unfortunately,
is blocking the ammonia signals.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
I've got clever, and how awesome is it that we are have the James Webb Space Telescope in the air at the moment? Okay, I'm sorry, I said in the air. That was a very poor use of words, but
in the lack of atmosphere.
You get what I mean.
I know what you meant. Yeah.
And the Lagrange point. Anyway, yeah. Yeah, it says astronomers typically interpret such data by comparing observations with computer models of planetary atmospheres. However, many existing models do not include clouds because they are difficult to simulate. This discovery highlights the need to improve these models. James Mang, a co-author of the study, notes it's a great problem to have, and it speaks to the immense progress we're making thanks to JWST. What once seemed impossible to detect is now within reach, allowing us to probe the structure of these atmospheres, including the presence of clouds. Cool.
I like it.
There you go. Water
Awesome.
ice clouds.
Awesome.
All right, my friend. I am going to sneak down and try and grab
Go
pizza.
get some pizza.
All right, Eric.
I am making myself a salad, so I'm going to try to be healthy.
Good for you.
I'm not. That was not meant as a slight.
No.
It's actually me being disappointed and jealous that you're actually getting real New York pizza.
and I'm
Uh,
actually going to the same spot we went when we arrived because it was really, really good. And one of the
there you
buddies I'm
go.
with went to a different place last night, and he was like, "Yeah, it was not as good." So I went back where we went last night or the first night. I was like, "Okay, okay, I hear what you're. Thank you for being the guinea pig. I will go. I will go double up." Anyway,
Awesome. Have a good one,
all right,
John.
my friend.
We'll see you.
I'll talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye.